The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Grab a chair in the shed and join us. Actually, you can grab Kurt's chair since he's not here today. Join Chris, Bridget, Mike, and Joe as we go off on a side adventure in our Dungeon World campaign, A New Frontier. Enjoy the podcast.
Hi, and welcome to the Shed for Adventures from the Shed. Find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Search us out, check us up on Facebook. Check us up? What does check us up mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. If we are down on the page,
down.
check us up.
Yeah, scroll
And
up.
then-
Vote us up on the page.
Yes, we are there. We are here, and we are going to play more of our Dungeon World campaign, A New Frontier. We're going to take a different approach to it this time after we say hi to the people at the table, like this guy.
Hi, I'm Mike.
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 Yeah.
I'm playing Laramie Burnsteel, the Paladin of Josiah. Joe.
Hey, this is Chris. I'm playing Uriel, the Immolator.
And this is Bridget. I'm playing Lenore the Cleric.
And I am Joe. I am the Game Master as we continue this Dungeon World campaign, A New Frontier. Well, I mentioned we're going to approach this a little different, that Kurt is not here today. We're going to step back in time a little bit. We had several episodes where we did a full start-to-finish resolution of a problem within one episode. And each one of those, we left a gap in between, a few weeks, maybe a month or so. We had one episode where we explored an old castle, ancient ruins, and found a necromancer there and defeated the necromancer. During that time, we learned that part of the necromancer's undead horde included Bob, who is a friend of Breton, that's Kurt's character. So
Rest in peace, Bob.
after the defeat of the necromancer, Breton has gone off now to console Bob's family and to try and get Bob's affairs in order. So Breton is out of the picture for a little while. In parentheses, Kurt ain't here today. And the rest of our party, our three characters, who the players have just introduced themselves, find themselves at
Harak.
Iraq.
And
We're big city folk now.
Big city folk. So the three of you are in Harak, maybe even the day after defeating the necromancer with Breton gone off. And what are y'all doing?
I'm trying to see if these nice new magical tongs see how much heat they can handle.
Going right to the forge.
I really need to find somebody who can do some magical fire, though, to really see if I can get some.
Yeah. You mean
interest.
like you?
Yeah, but no, different than me. Like different kind of fire.
Like
I can only
magic.
Yeah.
Not natural magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was curious, are you going to keep the forge named Jolly Gerald's Forge, or are you going to give it a new name?
I think I'll rename it, but I gotta come up with something a little better. Because I mean, technically, I'm an apprentice from Prometheus's Forge, so I don't know if I'm allowed to branch out yet with my own thing.
Although I picture the sign for Jolly Gerald's Forge of like this guy that's like so happy, like the super high smile with a raised hammer over his head, like
like the Cheshire cat smile that's
Yeah.
unbearably large, goes off the face, past the ears. Yeah,
You
I
could
can
call
see
it
that.
Prometheus squared.
No. Need my
too
own
serious.
thing. Need my own
Prometheus squared dancing. It's a new kind of forge.
Yeah.
So you can go, definitely you can check out the forge, or use the forge with the tongs if you like. What would you want to do?
Well, we're still trying to figure out, that the one weapon that Gerald was trying to research and create, the magical weapon, which we figured would need a different kind of fire for,
Okay.
And these tongs might help out with that.
The fires of Mount Dumas,
Yeah.
perhaps. Right?
Perhaps, yeah.
Which we don't know about yet. That's kind of funny, because you don't know yet, but you've already played it.
Foreshadowing.
Bridget, what would Lenore be doing? What's her next step? Probably still riding the high of killing a necromancer, perhaps, and a Draco Lich, or at least an animated dragon skeleton. It's more likely. It wasn't a Draco Lich. It was
Yeah, that would have been bad.
dragon skeleton. Yeah,
Did I do that?
everyone was there for that.
Magic missile.
It was yesterday.
It was magic missile, wasn't it?
It's like just the other.
I think
That
there
guy
was a
didn't
little
last
bit of
very
a
long.
flashback or something from it, or
Yeah,
blowback from it,
yeah.
because I have lost some memories. I have a symbol that I need to go bring to my order because I don't
Okay.
understand what it is or what it means or where it came from.
What does it look like?
It is similar to my holy symbol of Zoreika that I wear that was made by that guy, Uriel. Who I also don't remember his name.
It's been a rough day.
Did take a hit.
Yeah.
She's been
Apparently,
drinking
all
too
of
many
your
blood
horse or something.
sacrifices.
Yeah.
too much peppermint in the latte today.
That's what it is.
It's the blood from the cult sacrifice.
But anyway, it seems to be made out of some sort of gemstone, and it is a blood ruby, which is symbolic. And I want to bring it back to my order and see if there's any sort of significance to this symbol, because I've never seen one like it. Most of our stuff is made out of gold. Never seen one made out of a blood ruby before.
So you get to your order, the infirmary, as it is
The
clearly
infirmary?
stated in like Times New Roman on the front.
Yep.
It has to be a pretty straightforward
The
font.
infirmary.
Right. And you meet up with the head of your order there, which I don't think we've ever established names in there. But they're all women who wanted something to do with Breton at one point or another.
No.
Or he wanted something to do with them. That's
Yeah,
probably
it's
it.
probably
That is
more
definitely
likely.
true.
They all ran there.
Yeah. They worked there. They had nowhere else to go.
Dahlia is,
Dahlia?
yeah, Sister Dahlia,
Sister Dahlia. Okay.
who we just call Dahlia because we're not a cult.
Totally a cult.
That's exactly why
What
you would
does
call them
Dahlia
that.
look like? Is there an actress?
I'm trying to think. I can't think of her name.
Is she the Black Dahlia? Is that what you're
And
saying?
see, and now that, what I was just going to say is all I can think is the Black Dahlia, and all the pictures they show are this like young woman with straight black hair.
Yeah,
and
but I was
very
thinking she's
plain
going to be
looking.
more like not that. She's going to have like
An old lady with frizzy
wavy
blonde hair.
brown hair.
Yeah.
Like she'll look the opposite of what you would expect someone with a name related to death would be.
All right.
So is she like chipper?
She's
Bubbly.
no,
Lively.
she's not. She's cheerful, but not like bubbly.
Okay.
Like she's very
Positive.
pleasant and sweet and positive, and
Totally something
Nice.
Brett would go for.
But yeah, I mean, she's the head of the order, so she relates to a lot of the upper echelon of the city, and they call on her for services when they need her. So she's very happy. Business is good.
So what have you brought, Lenore?
This, it appears to be a copy of the symbol of our
We got
Gremlins.
noise. It's been a long time since that happened, and it's back. So you brought
Cosmic
what now?
rays.
I brought this stone. It looks like a copy of our sacred
So
symbol.
You say she's cheerful but not bubbly. So is she usually smiling?
Yes, but not like Cheshire Cat.
Just like normal, pleasant smile.
Just absolutely not.
So when you show
threatening.
her the symbol, she catches her breath and her smile disappears, but she's clearly excited by what you're showing her. She's like, "Ah, where did you find this?"
In a castle? Were we in a castle?
Did you bring anybody who remembers anything with you?
No.
Outlander.
I think we were in a castle.
Yeah.
There was a magic missile went off, and
I was too close to it.
there was a dragon, and I have a headache.
Oh
And
my, that sounds horrific. Did you suffer at all?
oh yeah,
Just memory loss, though.
mostly memory loss, which is very painful because I
Yeah.
like to remember things.
Okay. May I see it?
Yeah.
She holds her hand up, like. this way.
Okay.
It sticks to your hand. It won't let go.
Awesome. So you can see it, but you can't touch it.
And she's even more amazed. She says, I must consult the old tomes. And she runs off to that room where they keep all the old
All right,
books.
then I guess I'll see you later. Bye.
You go through the suffering of waiting for her to
Oh,
come.
gee.
This
is
is so painful.
She's very excited
Go,
about
Zoraika.
what just happened.
Wow.
Like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And she runs off to go read.
And that's, wow.
Yeah,
Nobody ever consults the old tomes.
No.
Because they're
I mean,
all
I don't even
blood.
know where they are. I've heard of the old tomes.
When she opens the door, there's probably going to be some dust moved from in front of it. But yeah, so she's off to go check that. And who knows how long she'll be? Which is me saying, Chris, at the forge.
Hey, back to the forge.
Meanwhile,
back at the forge.
So you set it alight, and you want to...
Yeah, I'll try to see if I can pump it up with my own. I want to see how much damage these tongs can take. Like, how magical are they? You know, how much heat I can produce. But I have a feeling I'm going to need something more powerful than me to like create that unnatural heat.
So the first obvious thing that you notice the whole time is they never warm up, even under your hands. When you're holding it, it never even warms up to the warmth of your hands. The tongs stay like room temperature forever. It's like a solid 70-degree.
Well, that's useful in case I put them on some paper later.
Yeah, could be. But
don't set those there.
It seems that even after putting them in the fire, the end never heats up. It's just they just stay a constant temperature the whole time.
I'm gonna start doing magic tricks with the kids outside.
Yeah.
Make some money.
Stain on the fire, then you're like,
By my tongue.
And when you whatever piece of metal you grab with them, it's almost like it's magnetic. It holds onto the metal really well. It barely slips, if any at all. Even when you start to hammer the metal, it barely moves in the tongs. It's like they know what they're made to do. Practically sentient. They know what to do. Yes.
Awesome.
And every time you swing your arm and you hit, you feel like you're hitting exactly where you needed to hit to bend the metal, to shape it, whatever it is. You feel guided as you work your first horseshoe with these.
In the meantime,
honestly, something
I just
simple
have
first.
something stuck to my hand.
Well, it's not stuck to your hand until it didn't stick to your hand until you attempted to give it to someone else.
Oh.
It held on to you when you went to give it to someone else.
Okay, it's all right.
Yes.
I'll go back in my pocket now. It'll be okay.
So you probably can't throw it at anybody.
Yeah.
It's a good gag, right? That's all it is, really. It's a
Here,
toy.
catch.
It's a joy. It's a joy buzzer that actually shoots spikes out, so the other person suffers.
What would happen if somebody tried to take it from her hand? You know,
No, we'll find out eventually.
does it burn
Great.
people?
Thanks for giving him ideas.
Does it hurt? Does it burn?
You notice too, Uriel, after a few, a minute or so, hammering away at this whatever piece of metal you've heated up, and you're hitting on the anvil there. There are people gathered outside, actually looking in, and it occurs to you at that point that while you're hammering, it almost sounds musical. It's like there's something. If it wasn't already obvious, there's something almost supernatural about it. When you're hitting it, it sounds like different notes on a bell, and it's not just like bang, bang, bang.
Right,
It's actually attracted attention, and people are watching.
Dang, these are the nicest
Wow.
tongs ever. Next, he's going to be like, and they make snack cakes for you.
How much would you pay? But
You
wait,
can
there's
make
more.
s'mores with them.
There's a naked person of the persuasion of your choosing standing there holding s'mores.
Those are some serious tongs. Want to trade? Wait, I can't. This
Never
thing's
going
stuck
to
to
leave
my
the
head.
shop ever again.
Yeah. So that is what's happened with the tongs. Lenore, you may get back to the blacksmith. There's probably 10 people outside just watching Uriel work inside. And you notice from like a half a block away, it almost sounds like somebody inside playing music on
Is it like those like
bells.
ceremonial Chinese gong things, like the bowls?
More like
the ringing bowls.
More like a
singing
pleasant,
bowls.
more like a pleasant version of someone playing Christmas songs on bells. You know, the whole Christmas caroling kind of thing. But it's more pleasant than that. And it's not a song you know, but it always sounds like something you might recognize.
Nice.
It's in a God Davida Bar and Butterflies.
It is that. You just don't know it yet.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah. So after some time and you're exploring those things, Laramie, you are where? Let's figure out
I
where
feel
you
like
are.
Laramie, while he is adventuring with the group, he also sort of working for Josiah, so he occasionally has to stop back in
Yeah.
and check to see if they have any more rumors or any problems that he needs to take care of. So he'd probably go to the local temple and see if the priest has any jobs for him.
So the local temple
In Harak?
priest in Harak. You guys are in Harak, right?
But where?
I thought we had figured out where your local temple might be.
I would think it would probably be on the other side from the market, to sort of keep it
somewhere
more
over.
peaceful.
What would it might be called? Whatever the hell that means.
Well, I guess it would just be the temple of Josiah, and it's not like
I'm going to call it TJ's. Is that near the Pickled Pig's Foot Barbecue?
I mean near it, because we go there occasionally,
But sort of on the quieter side?
yeah, quiet
We'll
side.
put it over here.
Okay.
Because he like it wouldn't be like the Knights of Josiah's hangout, but I mean it's just basically a temple for Josiah in Harak. So
Okay.
so he would be stopping in to see the priest that would give him leads or missions or whatever.
So the local guy is Bishop Chesterfield.
Okay.
Okay. When you visit, he's very pleased to see you. Everyone's always pleased to see you, right? Because you go find hidden things for them, which is important for them, right? Well, the bishop greets you and he says, "I am so glad you are here. Something horrible has happened.
Dun, dun, dun.
You may or may not know, but the TJ's here in Harak is tasked with guarding some ancient bones from many bad things that have passed. And just recently, William Newport, I don't know if you remember him, he left the order a little while ago.
Oh, yeah.
One of the paladins. He has recently come in and stolen some ancient bones from a demon. And we think he's trying to become like a death paladin or something, and we don't know where he went. He's currently hidden.
I mean that's weird.
It's bad.
I mean that guy, he smoked a lot, but he always seemed like he was an all right guy. But I guess I'd go check it out. Do you have any leads?
He went that way, and he points to the west, which really just is out of the temple. We have no... you are the first visiting adventurer of the order. Knight, that's right, Knight of Josiah, since he stole them last week. So I've had no other news. I've sent out word to the next place.
All right.
Actually, I sent word towards... Gosh, you told me this in the email. Leesburg.
That is my hometown.
Yeah. Hoping that it would reach you, but you're here.
Yeah.
Go Joe.
Joe provides, I
Joe
guess.
provides.
Joe
Yes. Yep. He'll make it done, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now, is there any way to maybe track these bones? Or
If only you had a ranger.
I mean, that would be helpful. Ours is sort of taking care of business somewhere else.
Well, since Newport left the order last year, we have heard he's had dealings with the underground. Maybe if you happen to know any shady characters, you could find some news in Harak.
I mean, sure. Yeah. I'll look into it.
Yeah.
I mean, we get our best information from the underground, so...
Typically, yes.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you can help find William Newport and put an end to this before he becomes powerful. Go, Joe.
Go, Joe.
I don't know if a fist in the air is a thing or not, but I had to do it.
Well,
I'm not sure
it is
why.
now.
It is. Go, Joe. What's that? A J? I thought you were doing an L for loser.
No, it's slightly different.
We are one hook away from being a loser. Losers Club Unite.
That's in the pamphlets, too.
One hook away.
They do this over their heart.
That's it. Go, Joe.
Go, Joe.
So, also led by the sounds, Laramie, you find yourself at the what was Jolly Gerald's. As currently now a place where somebody is playing the world's largest xylophone, perhaps.
I'm approaching it. I'm like,
Yeah.
is that Inagata Davida?
By Icon Butterfly. So now the three of you are together.
So, hi, guys.
Hi. Hey, how you doing?
So I stopped by my order, and they said that some ancient bones that we had been watching got stolen by one of our old knights. So
Is that a cult thing?
no,
There's no such thing as cults.
I mean,
With a name like TJ's,
I
it
mean,
can't be a
there's-
cult.
Yeah.
there's definitely things such as cults, but we're just knights of religion that are sort of a splinter cell. Not important, but
and see, Laramie, I knew you'd understand. See, we are also a like-minded group of people.
absolutely of people that can shape blood into different things.
You people
Yeah.
with your weird rituals
Yeah.
and whatnot.
I mean,
I'm just creating fire. I don't know what you guys are up to.
magical fire.
It's
Yeah.
regular fire.
Well, you see, the thing that makes it odd is you have no idea how you can do it.
Yeah.
Or why it happened, or who you were a year ago, right?
Are you sure you're not a demon?
Well, anything's possible.
He's
Is he
probably
missing,
a cult
is he missing any
leader.
bones?
I don't know. But anyway, he said that this Newport took the bones and went out west with them, trying to become some kind of like death paladin, something like that. So we should probably stop that.
What are the significance of these bones?
Well, you know how some churches have bones of saints down in the. This is
Yeah.
not like that at all. This is the bones of a devil, I think.
Yeah, bad
and yeah, these would make you real evil. So I don't know. Usually they're in a nice, safe stone box, but
Let's also put out there that Bishop Chesterfield told you the name of the demon's bones. That demon was Ozruk, Ozruk.
Does that mean anything to you? Larry?
This is if it means anything to anyone, it's a spout lore meaning,
I
because
give it a shot.
this would be drawing upon information.
Ozruk.
Da-da.
Ooh,
That's intelligentsia, even
that is a 9 for Laramie
A
Bernstein.
niner?
a niner. Let's see what we got collectively here. That's a fail. Chris needs another chip.
Give me another chip, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna.
I have the Mandalay dice, Bridget, if you want.
No.
But instead of using the standard spot lore, I'll use my lure of the flame. I will stare deep into my forge fire, which uses my wisdom, so I can actually get some points on this one.
Let's see.
And it's the same. It's basically spot lore, but it's my own little special spot lore.
Oh
actually.
yeah, we're the weird ones.
Yeah, I didn't tell you nothing. You just see me staring into the fire. You don't know what's up. That's a
It's-
12.
You're rolling 2d6.
Plus intelligence.
Bridget is a little bit out of it today.
9.
That is
Intelligence
way-
10.
Way too much peppermint in the coffee.
I got a 12 using my lure of the flame.
All right. So
Nice.
collectively, you've all heard of the demon Ozruk, but it is like it's one of those myth and fairy tale things where Lenore remembers hearing about it from old studies from with the Not Cult about a demon that would visit you in your dreams and steal your memories. I'm going to say that because right now you don't remember anything. But the demon would steal from your memories, and they would be forever gone. So you don't want to be visited by Ozruk in the night. And for Uriel, there's just something about flame. Ozruk is flame as well, but like destruction and evil and horrible flame, not good flame of any kind. Like flame can be used to warm,
Not the purifying fire.
right?
the
Not purifying,
destruction.
not warmth, not cooking,
Yes.
nothing good. It is
Bad fire.
when Ozruk flames, death follows.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And for Laramie, you just remember Ozruk being in the old texts of the Temple of Josiah. Ozruk was one of the most destructive when the paladins faced him hundreds of years ago.
All right.
You had the 9.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad dude.
Yeah. He was a bad dude.
So
Really?
they did defeat him
Yeah.
and had the bones of the demon guarded. But unfortunately, it was a defective paladin. A paladin who defected.
Defective.
The
paladin.
defective paladin.
I mean, it's a tough life.
So he came back just last week and apparently stole the bones of Ozruk from beneath TJ's in Harak.
So we're sure he's not trying to resurrect Osrock. Or that can't happen.
I mean,
Well,
I
there's-
guess we're not sure.
Well, the idea that Bishop Chesterfield's familiar with is there's a way for a paladin to meld with the bones of something it defeated to become that type of paladin, and Osric was about death and fire and flame, so he wants to become a death paladin.
Gotcha.
That's the idea here.
Is there a certain place where this could be done? A certain locale where there's certain powers of the world?
That one's all up to you, Mike.
Ooh. Like where these ley lines intersect where the power would be great, especially for death magic?
Because
Well-
the answer is, of course, yes. But
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, in these parts anyway.
I guess I'd have to check with the sort of the underworld contacts around here, see if there's. I mean, there's usually these places of evil all around. You just have to
cults.
I like the reference.
You sort of
Pieces
just-
of evil all around.
you sort of just have to go. You shut them down, and they just sort of sit there, but you don't.
Reopen under another name,
Yeah.
like a infirmary
Like
or
a
something.
forge.
Ooh.
There is some, there's definitely something underneath this place that's not trustworthy.
I mean, he might be under this place. I don't know.
That's a good point.
That's. I would have known
Well,
if
now-
somebody came in here.
Under the forge is where we found the tunnel to the
Menagerie,
menagerie. So
not
Yep.
mezzanine, but menagerie.
Exactly.
there's no mezzanine in the
No,
in the
I'm
menagerie.
gonna put one in.
When you put a mezzanine underground, it's a menagerie.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that's.
I'm learning so much.
It's a shame you're not learning anything useful
Yeah.
Whatever.
or true.
Do you think maybe that rat boy Stinky Joe would have some information? What's going on around here?
He very well might. He might know you guys.
Although I think at this point we haven't met Stinky Joe.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was the episode right after this one.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
See, now you're going to make me
According to
think.
my notes, I don't think so.
Well, we may have met
Stinky
him.
Joe
I'm going to
was
go back into my
earlier.
notes here.
He was the white rat.
Well, you
Stinky
guys
Joe
have,
was the episode right after the abandoned castle. Because we sent Stinky
It
Joe's
was.
rats to that castle.
Now, you guys know who Stinky Joe is, though.
Yes. But he's just that
Because
stinky guy that hangs out at the bar.
That Breton spent the night in jail with.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So,
And that was a while ago that he spent the night in jail with him, so
Yep.
we know him from a while ago.
Yep.
Boom.
We
But,
just
yeah.
don't know that we've
So it's a
helped him
good
yet.
point because it was the zombies / necromancer, then Stinky Joe and the rats, and then the fires of Mount Dumas.
Mhm.
So we're between the one about the necromancer and the rats.
Right.
Burp. Excuse me. I
Well,
burped.
we can still check with him. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he's an
You can check
underground
with
kind of fellow.
anybody, yeah,
Yeah.
He would get around easily too as a rat.
Yeah.
as a rat. But you don't know he's a rat yet. He's
I also
just
want to
stinky.
put out. This has nothing to do with your quest here, Laramie, but I want to make sure Yuri wants to put out word for any dwarven smithy blacksmiths in the area, especially if they have knowledge of. Well, I guess I haven't been there yet, so maybe not.
If they have knowledge of a thing I don't know about.
Yes,
Yet. That's what makes it
because
tricky.
I'm not always at this forge. I need somebody to look over it, but I would
Yeah.
prefer dwarven.
Okay. The word is
For some reason, Uriel, I need some dwarven smithy guy.
You're
here.
racist.
You get an application from a guy named Drummond.
You're hired. You know your way around
You're
this
pretty
place.
trustworthy.
They're the best at what they do.
Yeah,
We'll still have to figure out what happened to him at some point.
yeah.
I mean, I know.
I like
what
guys
happened.
who come
You
back.
know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come back later and make some
Yeah.
trouble.
Wait, I thought Drummond died.
Oh no.
Oh no, he left town, man.
Yeah. So Breton spent a few weeks chasing after the living statue in Drummond before you guys went on to your next thing.
Oh,
Yeah, which was the necromancer thing.
I think I got Osrooked.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why during the time you were helping out with the Savannah Fever, and
Yeah, I got
he
those
was
right.
wandering around Harak and spent some time with Prometheus and Balshand. And then all of a sudden, this paladin who is 27/50 shows up, and you go help him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I remember that.
But
It-
How could you forget?
gets
Drummond,
kind of
Drummond and the
fuzzy.
living statue escaped right before that part happened.
Okay,
They left Gerald dead in their wake.
I remember talking to Gerald.
Yeah, he was creepy,
He was creepy.
like dead. he was creepy. Live, he was just happy, jolly, you might say.
So, I think in Iraq, the underground people that you'd want to talk to, you'd probably go into like the market district and then down an alley, down another alley, and then
Until it gets real dark.
It's real dark.
Even during the
near
daytime.
the Stinky Salamander, we know now there are alleys near the Stinky Salamander.
Oh, there's an alley right back up,
Yeah.
back out to the forge here.
Yep. So, who would be the one looking? Who is the right person? Is it the paladin, the cleric, or
well, if you want to go looking
the
down
shady
these
feller?
shady alleys, I want to go talk to the elves. Actually, they might know of some place that you could perform
they're
a ritual
almost
like
a day
this.
away?
That's fine.
I mean, we can skip over time. I
Yeah,
have no problem
sure.
with that.
But yeah, he'd go down some alleys, and there'd maybe be a shop selling like the monkey's paw or something like that that I know is fake, but I let him work anyway.
You lick it. This isn't monkey.
This is a monkey.
I know what monkey tastes like.
This is like a messed up cat.
What is this, Chinese food?
Somebody stretch the fingers of a cat. What's Lenore going to do to contribute here? If anything, she doesn't have to contribute. She wouldn't remember it anyway.
Nope. I guess I can go with Laramie.
Okay.
Yeah, this shop might have something for memory problems.
Maybe.
Powder or something.
So we'll talk about that a little. You do find one of those little stands at the end where the front of it is all stuff made in, the China equivalent in Parandisi. So the front of it, and then behind that, so that's the front of this little kiosk, this little shop, half a wagon kind of thing. But behind the guy who's standing there is the stuff in the back, things like monkey paws, jars of mists that are swirling and weirdness back there.
Ooh,
And
shiny.
the guy who's standing there doesn't look like anything. It's like there's a hood that's half covering his face. You can kind of see most of a nose and a little bit of a mouth, and it's just a shady character. A shadowed shady character.
Literally.
I'll go up to the counter, and I look him in his shady's hood. I go, "Hey, Carl, how are you doing today?"
Not bad, Laramie. How you doing?
And now you hear anything weird? We got a problem. We got a guy that took some stuff and is going to do a ritual around
Newport.
here.
I haven't seen him in a while, but
Oh, you heard of it?
Newport, he went running, I don't know, like 2 days ago. He stole something last week, showed up again. He was looking for like a fake monkey paw or something, and then he was gone.
I mean, you are the best for fake monkey paws.
Yeah. Can't blame you there.
Yeah.
You need one?
Well,
Or a three-legged cat?
I think I'm stocked up on both, sir. If you haven't heard any of where he went, I mean, you really got me flustered here, sir. Trying to do business.
Somebody text me three-legged cat.
Yeah.
That could be a title. I made myself cry.
A monkey paw or a three-legged cat.
Anyway, yeah, so Carl. It's Carl with a K and two
Yeah,
L's.
definitely Carl with a K.
And two L's.
But you hear where he went?
No, but I did see where he went.
All right. Where did you see him go,
I
Carl?
don't know why Carl's all of a sudden funny. They said he went to that old castle because there's no necromancer there anymore, so he could just go set up shop there if he wanted.
I mean, that does sound convenient, Carl.
Yeah.
Convenient Carl.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want anything? Business has been a little slow.
Well, my cleric friend here has had memory problems. You got anything for that?
Oh, yeah. I got a couple of memories in this jar right here.
Hi, my
and it's-
name's his cleric friend.
It's a jar with a swirling blue mist, and there's like a piece of tape on the front and the handwritten. It says "a few memories," and he says, "You got anything for trade?"
This blood red ruby.
I have this rock in my. Oh, dang it! I can't. It's stuck.
And he looks at it, his eyes wide, and he says, "Here, just take it. You can have it."
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
Okay, bye. And he closes the curtain on the front of the shop. The drape falls down, and I'm closed now. Sorry.
That Carl, he is a friendly fella.
Where are we?
So have like a mason jar with it has that look. It's the canvas over the top with a string holding it together, a swirling blue mist, and it says "A Few Memories" on it.
Well, I've never had such a strange-looking jar before.
That you remember?
That I remember.
You may have another one in your pocket.
Can I take a little peek real quick?
Yeah, please.
I hold the jar up to my face. And I looking around like.
When you look in it, you see little glimpses like the flashback things of things that happened yesterday and the day before, to you through your own eyes.
Oh. That is interesting. It appears to be
So
a
you
jar
think
of
it'll
memories.
work?
So you see yourself behind your shield charging towards the necromancer with his big dragon head in front of you. And
Oh, definitely. I think this will be great. I was worried that it was just he had captured a will-o-wisp in a jar.
Oh.
Those things tend to explode.
eventually.
Okay.
But
Let me see.
yeah, give it a shot.
So this place will be called Carl's Oddities because
Sounds
I
good.
said so.
So he's somewhere in the market.
He is after you go through the back alley behind the blacksmith.
Yep.
You have to take several turns, and it feels like you're taking 3 left turns, but you actually took 1 right turn, kind of thing.
Okay.
And,
That's the first of the oddities.
Yeah. If you just go back there and turn right, you won't find him, but you have to turn left 3 times, and you will. But he has odd stuff. But he also has, like I said, the front of it is all 50-cent trinkets from China and D.C.
Okay.
Now we're going to have to establish China and D.C.
Yeah, pretty much. It's where all the low-cost stuff is made. And they have gnome slave labor.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Carl
But-
seemed like such a stand-up guy.
Well, I mean, it's a way to get
It's
people
just
to
retail,
show up
man.
so he can judge who to sell the real stuff to.
Sure.
The real fake stuff.
Or the real stuff.
So Uriel goes to see the elves.
Yes.
And what you gonna do with the elves?
I want to tell him about this demon named Osric. I'm sure you've heard the name. Somebody's trying to use his bones to gain his powers. His...
One of the elven princes was there at the last battle between the paladins, the Knights of Josiah, and Osric. He was there. He remembers, losing half of the wildwood forest to fire at the time, and the paladins that were able to subdue and eventually destroy Osric did bring the bones back to Harak, to the temple there, to TJ's in Harak, and there had been not so much as a peep since, and it's been about 250 years.
Yeah, those bones were stolen by one of the paladins. He's gone off reservation. He wants to perform some crazy ritual to get
So now
Osric's
we have
power.
a peep. Great.
Yeah.
He was retired.
Yeah. Where would he take those bones?
Or what kind of ritual? Does he need anything
Them
besides the bones? Does he
them
need any other
bones,
people?
them Demon bones.
Well, typically, in order to go through any kind of ritual with demon bones, like a paladin should go through, he would definitely have to give up his soul. So you have to find a place where your soul can leave your body.
Oof.
It's definitely a magical place. Got to be someplace old. There's no new place around with that capability. You're looking for someplace very old with a long history that nobody lives in anymore.
There's a lot of that going around here.
Yeah. I couldn't even think of a good place. I wouldn't think of a good place to do that.
What happens if
It would probably hurt my soul to think of a place to do that.
what happens if he succeeds? Is there a way to get his soul back to reverse this process, or is it just?
It's not anywhere in our ancient knowledge. Well, I believe that if he succeeds, Osric will be alive again through him, and if he's lucky, he'll retain some of his own control.
How was Osric defeated last time?
It's a paladin thing. You wouldn't
Special.
understand. It takes divine might to defeat a demon, because they utterly defeated the demon. It wasn't just subdued him and put him, in a cage somewhere. He was destroyed down to bone, and it takes divine might to do that.
Gotcha.
So possibly cleric, paladin, somebody with a strong belief. Not a blacksmith.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pull this off.
Don't sell yourself short. I mean, this guy could be a blacksmith.
Yeah, the elves were there at the last battle and the previous ones to support the holy people. The elves themselves were just, we'll help heal you, we'll try and keep the thing at bay, but their weapons were practically useless against the demon.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not known for, the clerics are not known for demon slaying, or
Not
I
necessarily.
would imagine it'd be more paladin-ish. We would be support staff.
Yeah, it depends on the order of the clerics, too, I'm sure. But yeah. So now, with the information y'all have, you can reconvene and decide what your next steps are.
All right. So
The
Talk
elves
to
give you a
Carl.
fantastic dinner, by the way, before you leave.
Yeah, it's probably the best food I ate in a long time.
Yes.
and Carl said some stuff, and
Look, I have a jar.
yes,
What the heck is that?
When you
It's a
look
jar
at it,
member.
you see yourself through your own eyes. You don't see yourself. You see the scene of you sitting there talking to the elven princes
Isn't that cool?
in the jar.
That's weird. Why are you guys spying on me?
No.
what did you see?
What did you see?
Don't worry about it.
When you look in, you see this hand going up and down in front of you.
What?
And
No.
pages stuck
No.
together.
No.
It's a blacksmith thing. What?
When I look at it, I see myself throwing a magic missile at a dragon.
That's weird.
Pretty cool.
Is that a cult thing?
No, it's his buddy. His buddy Carl gave it to me.
Is that a cult thing?
I mean,
Maybe. I
to
don't know.
call Carl a buddy is strong, but he is helpful.
His
at times.
acquaintance.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a useful fake monkey paw vendor.
Yeah. So I found out from the elves that this ritual would have to take place somewhere where your soul could leave your body easily and be replaced. Assumed by the demon's soul.
I mean, there are different places that you can do that. I mean, there's maybe like a soul well that you just sort of like flush it down the soul well.
I like the idea. You put it in a bucket, drop it
You
down.
just drop it down. You have to have a special bucket, but usually they come with the bucket. So, I mean,
You don't get a-
What
you
if
get
we
a
destroy
soul
this
well.
bucket then? Yeah, are we good?
yeah. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, you could reforge another bucket, but I mean, I guess I'm splitting hairs. So,
Also, they said there's probably no way if Newport succeeds in his task, he's probably lost forever. There's no getting him back.
and I guess we should hurry and try to stop him before he does that.
But where are we going?
I mean, to soul well? Is there a soul well around here? You ever heard of a well that people flush their soul down?
So you guys also had the idea of the same castle that you
Right.
were just in.
Yeah.
It's conveniently been vacated because you did that now
I mean, it is
3 days
old.
ago. Word reached Harak, and I'm trying to match up the timelines with what Carl said in that word reached Harak that the necromancer was defeated in the ancient castle, and that's the day that Newport took off.
Gotcha.
So,
I mean, there definitely could be some
There you go.
stuff in a necromancer's hideout that would take the soul from your body.
I don't remember missing anything last time we were there, but maybe.
were you looking for a soul well?
Yeah, I guess not.
And you explored one part of an ancient castle, so who knows?
I mean, they're easy to miss. A lot of the times they just look like a real well.
What if the soul well isn't like an actual well? What if it's just like some sort of magical symbol,
ruby.
or what if it's like
What if
more
it's a
of
person?
more of a an object than an actual like drop
it's
a
very
bucket in a
possible.
well?
Although I think if it was the thing that you can't throw at people that you have in your hand, that he would be looking for you.
It's a good point.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like it's my thing. I mean maybe it's something like my thing, which I don't know what it is yet.
I mean, we can go back and look. There might be just laying on the ground.
Well, time is of the essence. We don't need some demon run around in some human skin.
That's a good point.
Wrecking the
That
joint.
is true.
Before you leave town, Dahlia will find you and let you know, don't let it go. It will keep a connection between you and Zoraika stronger than you've ever felt before. And if we learn more, I'll let you know.
Wow.
Ooh.
Can I ask her why Carl will seem to be, I don't know, afraid of it, or why he knew or he saw it? And
People familiar with ancient artifacts would recognize this as a link to a
deity?
like a direct link to a deity, and if they're non-believers, they might be afraid of it.
cool.
Yeah, but it is very, very old.
Got it.
By what we've learned so far, it is one of the first such items created by Zoraika herself.
Damn.
Damn.
And I'm just carrying it around in my pocket with no idea.
Yeah.
I probably should put it somewhere.
Probably safer with you.
Well,
Yeah.
but I can't
Safer
seem to
with
put
you
it
than anyone
down.
over.
Yeah. It won't let you go.
It's in my pocket.
Okay.
It's never going to give you up.
It's never going to run around and hurt me.
No. Or desert you.
It might make me cry.
Zoraika roll you.
Zoraika rolled.
Nice.
That's it.
That's very good.
That's another one you can send me if you like.
Zoraika rolled.
So the next step will be to head towards the castle.
Back to the castle.
Is there anything that you guys would want to spend a couple minutes picking up in town? I say this because I want to make sure we at least visit the idea every time we're in town. That I forgot I wanted to pick up a set of binoculars or deposit money in my account or whatever. Right? I just want to make sure that when we're in town, afterwards we're not saying, "Damn, I wish I had done this in town." That's all.
Yeah,
It may be nothing.
I just want to put the word out that I'm hiring.
Yeah, but specifically, you're looking
That's
for
it.
a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, are you looking for a somebody who works at a shop, or somebody who is a blacksmith or an apprentice, or what are you?
Somebody
looking
that has better skills than me
for? Okay.
at the moment.
Okay. Let me make a note of that. Anybody else have anything in town they want to?
I think Laramie would just be getting supplies, so just making sure that traveling back we wouldn't run out of food again or something like that. Just whatever. And then I don't know if he can get his hand on some holy water, just in case there's skeletons or something there.
Okay.
Still.
So let's do two things here. First, everybody can write down that you have one thing of holy water, and when we decide how we're going to use that, we'll decide what it means. For now, it is indeed consecrated water.
But
Some
I
form
can
of
make holy water.
Good. That's a plus.
Maybe I didn't have to go far then.
Yeah. And then for Laramie, just make a note somewhere that I'm going to let you have a +1 whenever you have to roll for like food preparedness of some type. So if we happen to do a dangerous journey over today's recording, whether it be this episode or the next, if we have to do a perilous journey or anything that requires foodening, then we'll have a +1 on that because you specifically wanted to make preparations for it.
Great.
All right. Anything else you guys can think of before we head off to the other place?
No, I'm pretty good on the
That's
gear
probably
pile.
all right.
All right. Then we head off, and it's approximately a day's journey, but this time it's not a hazardous journey. We're just going to get there to the ancient castle. Now, the ruins are there. If you remember, the castle itself, I don't think we ever made a little map of that. If you're interested, Bridget, we might spend a couple hours there. So the castle itself, most of the walls around it have been crumbled. There are still some walls standing well over 10, if not 15 feet high. A lot of, what's the right word, crenellations, parapets, all the different shapes and stuff around. It's a big building. You guys went into one specific spot where the wall was down to the ground. There was a cave in there. The passageway you walked down to get to where the necromancer was, that's all still open. There are a couple of skeleton parts and zombie bits laying around because everything kind of fell apart after. And the whole place itself, figure, just for a kind of reference, figure the size of a football stadium is the entirety of what the wall would surround if it was still there. So it's big, but you had a clear path of where to go last time. This time it might be a little different because we're going to spend more time.
Right. There's not like as we approach some lights or sounds coming from a certain part.
We'll say you hit there towards the middle of the day. We leave the middle of one day. You're going to hit there the middle of the next day. There are no lights on, no wisps of smoke or anything coming up from different areas. It doesn't look inhabited. It looks as you left it, which would be 4 to 5 days ago now.
No horses out front like
No.
he rode up and tied it up.
No.
No
Now,
obvious.
if he came right here, he was here 3 days ago, and you're at least 2 to 3 days behind him.
I mean,
That's
maybe
not
we
good.
should look in the place that we know in there first, like the necromancer's place.
Yeah.
So
Look
maybe
in the
there's
place
like
that you
loot
know,
in there.
stand in the place where you live,
Yeah.
then face north. Yeah, I don't know. Song lyric day.
Yeah.
Why not? All right, so it's easy to find your way back because all the doors that you guys had opened and left through it as well are all still open. There is a substantial mess of stuff that you left behind. Bitso Necromancer, although there wasn't much to him, what's
Right.
left of him is still there. All the bones from the dragon. That room that you entered, that was all dark, is still dark, but your light works now.
Except for the dragon skull, I took it, the
Yes,
hangover thing.
that's right. And there's other stuff that might be valuable laying around. It's one of those where you could come back, grab stuff whenever, or somebody may just come loot, whatever.
Right.
Sure.
The important bits were the ones you picked up. That room itself doesn't seem to have anything else special in it that you can tell without some kind of roll.
Is there anything missing?
Nothing obvious. How about that?
Okay. So it's not like there was a giant
Yeah.
pot in the corner and
No.
now it's gone.
No, not unless you had written down a full inventory and then go look at your inventory. It just looks as you left it. Doesn't look
Okay.
anything special.
Laramie, are you able to sense these bones? Do they give off some type of aura that you could
I mean,
tap into?
they're super evil, but I mean, can I sort of use my power to see if there's anything that's like radiating evil in here?
Yes. Now, how do you do it again?
I mean, I have, as a human, I can pray for guidance to see what here is evil.
Pray for some guidance, brother.
All right, sounds good.
You don't have to roll. You
Well-
just have to pray.
I don't know.
Maybe rolling's easier.
I do like to roll. Dear Josiah, guide my hand toward the evil of this world, so I may smite it.
Hey,
in
that's
your
my
name.
crotch. Get away.
It is evil. Do not
Shall
touch
be
there.
smote.
Stop it.
Josiah says, so gotta smote it.
So as you're praying with those words, as you're making those sounds, your left hand, your index finger points out very rigidly, and it swings to the side so quick that you almost hit Lenore in the face. And it is like a super powerful compass needle that just immediately settles in a direction that it's got to be something on the other side of the wall over there somewhere. But you are, as soon as you stop praying, you can move your arm again. But while you're praying, your arm is like a rock stuck to the side of your body.
Watch out now. I mean, I didn't do that. I think it's guiding me that direction right there. Can we go
It
look
is-
at that wall?
It is probably, out of all the times you've prayed to find out what's evil, this is probably the most evil.
I mean, usually when I do that, it doesn't do that. So we should give that a shot.
That seems like a powerful symbol.
Yes. Without a doubt.
How do you... This is going to be dangerous. How do you go about exploring an ancient castle? Because now it's time to explore said castle.
Is it light or dark?
It's light if you have your light spell going. I do want somebody to make one roll for a light spell. It doesn't matter to me who it is. It has to be one of the two people that can cast
I
it.
will light my staff.
Okay.
All right.
5. Or maybe I won't.
What do you get?
8?
Okay, plus wisdom.
Well, that is with wisdom.
Okay, so you get it, and you pick one of the 7 to 9 results from cast a spell.
Well, unwelcome attention because, well,
It's light.
it's light.
All right. So you do that.
It's not just light, it's neon.
It's neon. It's
It's a St.
super-
Pauli girl bar sign, neon.
Nice. The place lights up, a pale blue, because yes. So yes, it's light as long as you have a light spell going on. Otherwise, where you are is underground, and there is no light coming in because it's ancient, and nobody's around to light the torches or the wall sconces or anything.
I think Laramie
see.
would pretty much proceed as normal, where he has his sword and his shield out. He has the shield up in front of him, and maybe Lenore's staff is behind him, so he can sort of see ahead of him.
And it makes it look like you have a big shadow.
Oh.
Like, it makes your shadow huge.
Impressive.
And
It's very
bunny ears.
impressive. And yeah, I'll do
Your-
little bunny ears.
Uriel going to be at the back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So you start proceeding with caution, perhaps, down
Yes.
hallways. It feels like you are in a labyrinth underneath the castle. It isn't confusing per se. However, nothing's marked. So you walk down this hallway, and it's not like, at the end of this hallway it says you are in hallway A. Turn left for hallway B. Everything looks the same. And as you're walking through, you still have your clear indication of where the evil is, but it seems difficult to find. And it's taking a while, like longer than you think it should.
I mean, every once in a while, I think I would scratch some kind of symbol in the wall, so if we're backtracking, that we know that we're backtracking. But yeah, I guess we just sort of try to be as methodical as possible and clearing the area,
Okay.
and hopefully we'll come across something.
Are we
that's
seeing
real
other
evil.
rooms, or are we just in twisty hallways?
It's all nothing twisty. Everything is at it's straight. You're either
grid-like?
90-degree turn this way or that way, but there are no twists and turns.
And there's not a lot of rooms or anything.
You haven't seen a room since you left the other one.
Are there any secret doors that we think we're missing? Maybe
Are you?
there's a lot of hallway
maybe
here.
we're
Are you
missing
going to
something.
discern some realities?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
what you're
strange.
telling
That
me?
sounds like a good
That
idea.
sounds like a good idea.
Can we all do that?
Now, here's what I want to do. If everyone's going to do it, I'm going to do it as a collective roll again. Each person roll 1 die, and we'll take the best 2 out of the 3.
5.
Or mine is not the best.
So that's 9. And does everybody have a bonus on wisdom?
Yes.
3.
I have one.
Everybody has a bonus, so
Yeah.
we'll at least add 1, which means that'll give us the 10. All right, so collectively, y'all are looking around. Put together 3 questions for me
What?
from your basic move sheet on the front.
I mean, I think with secret doors, what here is not what it appears,
Not what
to,
it appears to be.
would be a very important
Okay.
one.
One thing, let me think about that for a minute. Any other question? Because I want to word this a specific way.
What should I be on the lookout
Look
for?
up.
Okay. Ahead of you, where you're sure you haven't walked yet, is a marking that says Gojo on it. Whatever you've been writing. I'm just going to say it's Gojo with an arrow, or, Laramie was here kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
ahead of you,
circles.
where you're sure you haven't been yet, is a marking that Laramie put on the wall.
I want to put another marking, just to make sure if we're
Yeah.
above his, make sure we're double back and we're seeing. Here.
Kilroy. Okay, so you got another marking there. One more question?
What here is useful or valuable?
What here is useful or valuable? All right, and then the first question was,
Not what it appears to be.
what is not what it appears? All right, so I'm going to kind of combine those. What you see is where you're about to step, right at the edge of the light, it's like you can see yourself walking. But when you stop, it stops. It's like you're in a loop. You're just walking over and over the same spot. Now, what's useful is it looks like you kind of figure in your head, if we walk a slightly different way or take a little bit of a different path, there might be a way around it. But if you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep walking through the same area. So how might you do it differently?
Turn around and walk backwards.
Oh, sure. We can give it a shot, and then maybe turn at the next one that we didn't take.
Okay. So you turn around and walk backwards for a few feet, and you run into the end of this episode. But that is
see it coming.
I didn't see it coming either.
You weren't looking.
That's where we're going to pause this one, and we will pick up the backwards walking as we continue in our next episode. For now, we can all say
Bye.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.